Thank you, Madam Moderator. My name is Henrik Ræder Clausen from Denmark. I speak on behalf of the International Civil Liberties Alliance. It is a great pleasure to hear the deep understanding of the principles of rule of law and the need to uphold the protection of human rights defenders. Unfortunately, we are facing some quite systematic problems west of Vienna, which I would never in my life have expected. Britain was mentioned as a difficult and quite comprehensive example, but also other countries we experience, in particular, that critics of Islam and proponents of national sovereignty are suffering attacks with impunity from the left. They're suffering frivolous law cases, they're suffering biased justice and policing. Some examples include Lars Hedegaard from my own country, and several others, including immigrants who face lawsuits for hate speech just for stating the fact. We have left-wing extremist groups attacking public assemblies, peaceful public assemblies, turning them into street battles. We have policing of these counter-demonstrations being ineffective and biased, and we have the ensuing prosecution being ineffective, so that many of these attacks on freedom of speech and any freedom of assembly go unpunished. We have in Germany, Michael Stürzenberger in München is facing a severe obstruction from the side of authorities because he is on a weekly basis holding public events, defending the German constitution, opposing totalitarian rule. And we have an interesting and dangerous collusion between left-wing groups who designate other groups whom they disagree with as hate groups or Islamophobic or racist or whatever slur they can come up with. We see that in several countries. Particularly extensive is unfortunately this situation in the United States, where the Southern Law Poverty Group is using their own judgment and prejudice to actually work out policy from the side of the government. The recent travel ban for experts on Islam, American experts into Britain, was probably engineered by Southern Poverty Law Center, whose valuations and judgment were basis for actual policy. This is a dangerous development that needs comprehensive analysis and investigation. For practical recommendations, we recommend that law enforcement must be very politically neutral. It must not be cast in political doubt. Authorities must not be deceived by empty smears such as hate groups or Islamophobes, and the practices of the groups, often radical groups, producing such slurs and attacks on human rights defenders must be investigated. Thank you.